All right, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So this video is from Sunday morning, well, my time, Sunday night for some people, Clash of Civilizations review. So a little glitchy, little laggy, has a good premise. I do like some stuff about it. I think it's workable. I do think it has a lot of potential for Evony. It's not a big hit like Shalon's. Like Shalon's, they hit it out of the park. So I don't know if you could see here right now, but I have some invisible marches returning to me at the start. Like I logged in, and I had two reinforcement marches 900 kilometers away. Does everybody start like this? Like I looked in the rules, I don't see anything. Was this just a glitch that I had that my marches were out and they took forever to come back and I couldn't speed them up? I'd click speed on them and it would say used a speed. I don't think it actually used a speed though, but they wouldn't speed up. So I was like locked in a position. I don't know why. Um, I went around, I took out one of these Dawn Temple things, seemed to help with points, but not too much. The whole building thing, one of my biggest things I didn't like about it was it really used a lot of speeds. And I know that they give you some speeds for the battlefield specifically, but I don't like that players can hide on their own sand pit pretty far away. And since you're a server, not an alliance, I don't know about you guys, but like my server, it was just random people all from different alliances, so you're never going to get that cohesion and the calls going forward. So like if you're a one server alliance and you guys actually care about this sort of stuff, you're going to dominate this because you're going to be able to organize rally attacks. We can't. I'd set rallies. I have like the one big teammate with me, Hulago. We would do two-man rallies. Sometimes a third person would join. And then you get like stragglers who I don't know who they are. They'd be speeding in. I think they'd just be getting hit while they're doing it. I don't know. But one thing I do like is that it seemed wide open. Like it wasn't just who's the most powerful, that's who's going to win. You could see typical Battlefield all-star type stuff here. I have to reset the game often because there is lag. My marches aren't returning home. But overall, pretty good. I like how you have to take buildings and hold them and you get points for this. And then people have to rally you off of them. Like it's important. They don't want to lose the building. And one thing I also really like is the buildings act like a temple in SVS. The timer doesn't reset if they knock you off. So you could hold it for, 6 minutes. They knock you off. You start at 6 minutes again. So that's good. It should be that way because it's only a 2-hour battlefield. But other stuff in this thing that I didn't like, a little bit too much medical tents, I think. A lot of healing going on, a lot of being zero. Like, I get it. You keeps a lot of action. I like that for Evony. But it uses a lot of speeds to hit people because you don't get many teleports. So it leaves some players thinking like, oh, that's Evony's goal here is take my speeds. So they should just get rid of that. Just give more teleports. I like how it's individual teleports, but I don't know. Maybe have a timer on it. Like you can only teleport like every 30 seconds or something once you get through a threshold, or maybe just every teleport. I don't know. But I also wouldn't mind if it was just random players. Like, hey, you 8 servers, all your top 25 made it here. Now let's go random rather than play together. Because what's the difference, right? You don't play with these people anyways. But I do like that it does try and bring cohesion to a server, but I just think no one knows the schedule either. Like, so we're going to play again. My timer says in 4 days. So I'm going to play in 4 days. And then what? In another 4 days, 5 days. And then we don't see this thing for a while. Like it needs a set schedule. And it needs to take over one of the other battlefields for the week. 3 battlefields in a week is just a lot. Especially when you don't get to select the time. It's set upon you. And with the matchups being pretty random, Why not just let us select the time of the day for it? It doesn't seem like Battle of Civilizations is like a big event for Evony. It's not a feature event. They're not telling us when it's going to happen next. So we know that this is 3 rounds, I think, and the next one's going to be in like 5 days. So when's the next one after that? 7 days? 6 days? I don't know. No one seems to really know because it seems like the next one's not on a Sunday. So they don't really have a set schedule for it. So why not just let us select the time in the day that we want to play? That makes it easier on people. One of the biggest problems with the game is it interferes in life, obviously, not just financially, but time commitment also. So being able to select that would be nice. And maybe tell us a little bit about the future too. Like, is this going to be a big marquee event for Evony? And you're going to have it every 4 months like you do Shalons and All-Stars? And what's the goal? Like, are you trying to make this a server All-Stars? So like maybe this could replace SVS sort of, or you could incorporate it into SVS kind of. Like maybe have your groupings like Elite League. You only play Elite League teams in Clash of Civilizations, or Major League only play Major League, that sort of stuff. I think that actually could be pretty cool. And it would give people a goal. It might make people try harder at SVS. Like, hey, we want to get into Major League for Clash of Civilizations. So there you go. There's a thought for you, Evony. But there's some other stuff they could do to improve it also. I wouldn't mind. I do see a March size buff. And what if you just gave people, really, really, not like 20 million March size, but a little bit higher, like a few million higher? Because one of the things that people really miss about Evony is like 5 years ago, you could solo people. And now it's like, oh, well, this guy's like a certain size. Like, yeah, that's never happening. We have to rally and people have teleports and people aren't stupid to sit and get hit. So it would give a chance for that. Plus, there are a lot of servers out there that are just like 1 or 2 players, like small PP. Like his server should be able to do much better based on just him if this is a server battlefield. But obviously there's certain limitations when you're just one strong player like that. Anyways, random thoughts on it. I do think it has a lot of potential, but it's going to come down to how Evony organizes it and how they make us want to do good in it. So right now, I don't think anyone has much motivation to do well in it. People just kind of pop in and are like, oh yeah, some free rewards, cool, play around. But maybe if they kind of worked it into the SVS rankings, like I said, and have your own little bracket and pyramid where you can go up and down and be like the champion of the Elite League and that sort of stuff, it might add some pride to servers. So let me know your thoughts on it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.